Well, James, you're right. It is pretty quiet in here, and you know why that is? One, because we're live early, and two, we're getting right down to business to defeat the Huns. Those damn Huns, I tell you. Yeah, let's do this, man. Let's do this. We got some FIFA to play tonight, but we got some NBA to finish up with. I want to finish up with this. I want to see if you guys can actually do something, because Lord knows we've waited long enough to see if Chat's team can actually do something. So yeah, man, we're just gonna go for it. I don't really have too much to say. I want to get right down to this because if you guys fail to win the title this year, I'm just gonna start simming like a madman. Pretty much until we get to like the end of Herb's career, which means simming about 10 seasons. I'll probably do a decent amount of that off stream, but that way we can at least see how good Herb ends up becoming. So, with these teams, Cam, what's going on? With these teams, this is the best lineup you guys have ever had. It's the most amount of depth you guys have ever had. If you do not make the playoffs, then it's over. It's over. Like, you guys should be fantastic. You better be. You better be. And then Tommy Campbell immediately gets hurt. Jesus. That is unfortunate. The only way to put that. Frank, what's up? Indeed, mister. I do have a man with a broken back. That's what I have. Yeah, no, this is my favorite Wild jersey of all time. I've had like 3 other Wild jerseys, but this is the one I decided to keep. So yeah, speaking of depth, I just lost a decent amount of mine. William Butler is going to be out for the year. It was his rookie season because he spent last year in the G League, so that's great. It's a good thing I kept Darren Gooden. My team's undefeated, though, to this point, so hopefully that continues. Trying to finish off the 6th innings. Nice. Yeah, MLB-wise, I am just missing the 90-plus guaranteed player at the end of the 6th inning. And Season 4 Team Affinity, I finished the AL West today. So that was pretty nice. That was pretty nice. There's so much to do. It's ridiculous. Mister, it was a pretty good day. It's a pretty good day. Nothing too crazy. Which is fine by me. As you guys lose Horace Keefe, it's a good thing he's not your starting center anymore. But you lose him for 2 to 4 months with a left humerus fracture. Jesus. Both of our teams being heavily affected by injuries. You do have Lyles to replace him. Pyro, I did get the Twitter DMs. I completely forgot to look at it. Because I'm horrible. But I'll make sure to double check there. I can literally double check as we're simming if you need me to. If you think it's time sensitive. But let me see what I can do here. I don't get the point of Proton email though. I guess that was my my confusion. As William Butler has been upgraded. Ooh, okay. So he's gone. Wow. Dude, the injuries in this game are nuts. He was supposed to be out for 6 to 8 months, and after like a month, it's like, he's just got a sore back. It's like my team doctors are the reverse Buffalo Sabres doctors. Jesus. That is just fucking weird, man. Pyro, literally I typed in the link address and it brought me, oh no, okay, I still gotta do the Fanabot login. I'll still leave my rotation as is. We won't put him back in. He's made a full recovery already. That is crazy. Dude, the injuries in this game are nuts. He was supposed to be out for 6 months minimum. That is crazy. This man's a superhero. Good lord. Body health. Yeah, you don't say. Broken vertebra. Projected recovery was April. He was only out for 65 days. That's insane. Grizz, what's going on? How'd the commentary work go tonight, man? Let's keep going here. Alright, Pyro, let me see if I can, see what I can do here. I think I get what you're selling here. I get what you're selling. Maybe I don't get what you're selling. Hold on. I think I typed in the wrong one. Alright, I get what you're selling. I'm where I need to be. Good stuff, Pyro. Good stuff. Went great, had a blast. Very nice. I am very much getting the itch for commentary work, as Lime is aware of. While, you know, NHL gamers in the off season, as Horace Keefe will be back for you guys. Hello, Nick. Hello. Alright. So we'll take Lyles out of there. Let's get Horace back on the team for you. We'll leave Mitchell in the lineup. That's fine. Going to go around for 22. Indeed. Well, I mean, Pyro maybe. I don't know. I'm not guaranteeing it. Honestly, it would be too much of a pain in the ass to try to change contact emails with some of the contacts I already have. But I'm not saying it might not be used in the future. Alright, let's see who made the All-Star game. Nick, it was a solid day. Nothing too crazy. Doing pretty good. All-Stars this year. Herb Dixon, now a 5-time All-Star. Sean Humphreys for the Breeze is now a 2-time All-Star. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Let's keep going here. It's looking good. You guys are apparently 3rd in your conference. I did just lose Dylan Bledsoe for up to a month. That hurts a little bit. Gonna have to get Ceta in there. Nope, that's not what I wanted. And I guess we'll move Gooden into Bledsoe's spot. Cool beans. Let's keep it going. Alright. So, both of our teams are great, which is why I had a feeling this was probably going to be the last hurrah here. The Airmen are 45-16. And in 2nd in their division, or conference. You guys are 37-22. You have to win a playoff series at some point, damn it. And if it's not this year, then I don't know if it's ever going to happen. It's gotta be this year. For the love of God, Chad, it's gotta be this year. It's gotta be this year. Ceta's time down. Alright, should be good. Really quickly, award races. So Herb right now is 2nd in MVP voting behind Zion. And it's because he is a beast, but honestly, he shouldn't be there. Well, man, almost 14 rebounds a game. Rookie of the Year, we got nobody in the running. 6th Man of the Year, nobody in the running. Defensive Player of the Year, nobody in the running. Most Improved, Jermaine Westbrook for you guys is easily going to win that award. How far into the future is this? This is the 2031-32 season. So very, very far into the future. Very, very far. Nick, very nice. I, too, am going to have the house to myself. Girlfriend's leaving tomorrow, but she'll be back on Saturday. But still, it's dangerous leaving me alone. I'm going to cause so much of a ruckus. So much of a ruckus. It's going to be ridiculous. Yes, I'd like to stop simming. Contract extensions. See if I can re-sign Herb. Awesome. See if I can re-sign Baxter. Bledsoe has no noted status. That's very weird. Alright, cool. Let's keep it going. Hola, I am very dumb. Oh, Sergachev, what'd you do now? What'd you do now? What happened? I worked too hard for someone making minimum wage with shitty boss. My bad. I mean, we've all been there, man. We've all been there. You do what you gotta do, though. Do that back-breaking work for people who couldn't give a shit about you. That's called life for a lot of people, unfortunately. Baxter's immediately back. I had to move that for one game. One whole game of dealing with injuries. Drop Bolitas. Alright, man. You know, we do a challenge like this because the dream is these two teams running into one another in the final. Herb gets a little bit roughed up. A lot of people getting roughed up down the stretch here. Jesus. But both of these teams look primed to make a run here. Like, truly. This is why I was like, man, I can start immediately with FIFA. I know we'll do well. People are interested. I'm down. And, man. Fortunately, I just lost Bolitas for a little bit of time. But I do have Olich to replace him. Roll with that. Pizza with French fries on it. I don't know why that's a thing. I'm not going to say it sounds awful. I just don't know why it's a thing. Playoff picture. So Omaha would be in contention for the #1 seed in any other given year, except for this year, because I have to go through that Philadelphia team if I want to make the playoffs. The Honolulu Breeze have made the playoffs for just the second time. I don't think you guys will take the #1 seed in the West, but it won't be a play-in round for you guys. You guys are just going to outright make it. This is what we've been waiting for. Both teams are good. It took you guys long enough to figure it the hell out. But finally, both teams are good. Beautiful thing. Let's see. So you guys, actually, I'm ranked 3rd in the conference, 3rd in the NBA. So it's pretty much confirmed. I'll be taking the 3rd seed in the East. You guys will be taking the 3rd seed in the West. Alright. Alright, this music is very wub-wub. That's a lot of wubs. That's a lot of wubs. Alright, league MVP was Zion. He deserved it. Westbrook finished in the top 10 for points per game around the league. Herb fell off because of the injuries. Rookie of the Year, Davor Alanichev. Devin Gray, 6th Man of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year, Ben Simmons. Most Improved was Jermaine Westbrook. Which is huge for you guys. Coach of the Year. Of all the pictures they could have chosen for Doc Rivers. Oh, it's Sean Humphreys, first team All-NBA. He is the first player on your team to achieve that. First team All-NBA. Second team All-NBA included Jermaine Westbrook and Herb Dixon. That was the best decision you guys could have made, was changing that front court there. Best decision you could have made. No doubt. Let's see. Grizz, in terms of the changes they made to the game, I really haven't played much, so haven't really noticed anything yet. Herb at 22 points a game, averaged double-double. A little bit worried maybe about my secondary scoring, but for the most part, Herb Dixon doing what Herb Dixon do. And for you guys, I mean, you have the triple threat of Westbrook, Humphries, and Wesley. Damn. I said it was the best version of your team yet. So again, we know you're locked in. You'll be playing the Phoenix Suns. I'll be playing the Boston Celtics. Let's go through the play-in round. So it is officially Denver and OKC, Utah, San Antonio, Honolulu, Phoenix, Portland and Houston, Philadelphia, Charlotte, Washington, Chicago, Omaha, Boston, Miami, and Indy. We do have to change up the game plans here. And to be honest, I mean, for the most part, it'll just be setting it up as you should set it up. Is the way to look at this here. So we're looking at the big man option, and I did end up getting Tyson Blake onto your roster, as we had discussed. Brewer's a forward, Wesley's a forward. All right, and then we got Keefe. And Kramer, who has been the best for your team? I mean, I imagine the decision's just to go with Lekic and O'Neal. But then from there, who is going to be the depth on your team in terms of big men? Let's see. Lyles had a pretty damn good season when he played. Keefe was a little bit better, though. Kramer's really not that bad. But he counts as more of a forward. So, I mean, in terms of big men, Keefe will definitely be on the bench for you guys. Wesley will obviously be moved back to a starter. Whoops, not in that spot, though. Take out Todor. Gotta get Westbrook in there. Of course, we'll reorganize the minutes in a second here. Honestly, I mean, I think that's pretty easy. Drop a lot of these guys down. Kind of get your Elite 8 here. So Keefe is the big man. Kramer, 16 and a 9-4. Not that Todor was bad, but Lothar might be the better option. And then between Haynes, 16-6 and a 7-9. You have great depth. You really do. Your top 8, though, I mean, your top depth options are Haynes, Kramer, and Campbell. Well, actually, Keefe, excuse me, not Campbell in the mix there. So that's a hell of a problem to have for this team. One hell of a problem to have. Honestly, Elton Brewer. Maybe take Claude Harper and Blake as the recent call-ups and have them in the depth role. Right. So, in terms of setting up the minutes here, set you guys up the same way I'm setting my team up. And that is to just ride the star players pretty much every game. Maybe not 40 minutes per. We might readjust this, but something similar at least. There we go. And that's the team. I think, again, running through Humphries, Westbrook, and Wesley, as you have been all season long, that's what led to the success. You guys getting Humphries, who has been a revolution for you through 3 years. He represents your best chance to win. For myself, it becomes a little bit less clear as to who goes where. Gooden's definitely out. Actually, Butler? 16-6 and a 9-1. I mean, Butler outplayed Sita as a big man depth option, which I was definitely not expecting. And then we have the big question of point guards and forwards. Oh boy. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Snow for you guys, 9.3 and a 0.7. Georgie was great. And then point guard, 14.4 and a 7.7. Really close. Whew. I've had some damn good performances from my guards this year. Olich's true shooting percentage is a 705. Jesus. Whew. If I grab the Seattle jersey, I have. I bought 2. Hate to say it, but Jared Page outplayed Lambros. 7-6. We gotta ride the hot hand with Olich over Page, as kind of shocking as that is. And then Berea, 15 and a 17. Definitely wins out. Baxter, a 13 and a 12. Definitely wins out. Alright, cool. Let's set this bad boy up basically the exact same way as we did for you guys, with the exception of Berea, because he's currently hurt. That works. Let's see what happens, damn it. I want a decisive conclusion to this. That is what I want. Again, my series against Boston, I'm not as worried. Win or lose. It's a bit of a toss-up. I mean, it's Herb Dixon against Jason Tatum. Basically how that's working. It's a bit of a toss-up, but we'll be alright. And then for you guys, against the Suns. Okay, if you don't win here, if you guys literally don't sweep Phoenix, then I mean, I'm folding your team. This should be the most one-sided series we've seen yet. It should be. Eastern Conference game goes first. Quick sim through this bad boy. You ready to fold the team then? I mean, the Suns are barely a playoff team. 121 to 117 for the Celtics. Herb nearly fouled out. Jason Tatum put up 49 points with 8 threes. Not a great start to that series for me. How about for you guys here? You have never won a playoff game, chat. You've won a play-in round game. Never won a playoff game. Until now. Honolulu win their first ever playoff game. It took you over a decade. Humphries with 25 points, Westbrook with 24, both of them with double-doubles, Wesley with 23 points. Just 29 points for De'Aaron Fox, so. That new trio absolutely lights out for you guys. First playoff win in the bag. Game 2, Airmen and Celtics. I am in trouble in this series because they have a legitimate superstar. But we do win at 129 to 125. Steele with 27 points, 25 for Bledsoe and Dixon. 44 points for Jason Tatum. It's literally just passed the ball to Jason. That series is now 1-1. What do we got for you guys here? What do we got? What do we got? Game 2 was a lot closer. But you're going to run away with it at the end. 128 to 110. 43 points for Jermaine Westbrook. A double-double. 22 points. 20 assists for Humphries. 26 points for Wesley. You guys have a legitimate shot to win a title. I'm saying it already. Not saying it to jinx you. Or am I? But finally, Honolulu has a chance to actually do something in the playoffs. Apparently Vlad Lekic will be a little bit roughed up for you guys, but it's nothing major. as the Airmen are going to win Game 3. 25 points for Berea, 20 points for Baxter and Bledsoe, a double-double for Herb, who fouled out. 39 points for Jackson. Tatum held to just 15. That is the difference. We go to Game 3. You guys are up 2-0. In a series against a team that you should beat. Bottom line. And you do. 98-22. 22 points for Westbrook. Double-double for Jeff O'Neal. And a double-double for Humphries as well with 14 assists. Fox with 35 points. He's picked up an injury. You guys are 1 win away from your first ever series victory. Campbell's day-to-day. That's perfectly fine. It's game number 4. Airmen and Celtics. This series should be over. 148-124. 42 points, 12 rebounds for Herb Dixon. He was 6 of 9 from 3. Steele was 8 of 15. Bledsoe was 6 of 10. Good Lord. All but one member of my starting 5 had at least 20 points. 35 points for Jaylen Brown just wasn't enough. So 3-1 lead for Omaha, Honolulu. Are you guys going to win a series for the very first time? Unless you blow it, yes you are. That's it, man. The Breeze. Breeze past Phoenix. 36 points, 20 assists for Humphries, 36 points for Westbrook, 23 with 11 rebounds for Lekic. First ever series win for Honolulu. Chat's team moves on. Will I be joining you in round 2? It's crazy, you guys. Finally got a round victory. As Boston lives to see another day. 114-109. Steele with a double-double. Dixon with a double-double. It's not enough. Disappointing performance. Kenny Snow's hurt. Whatever. Game 6 in Boston. This could actually put us in a little bit of trouble here. Boys, please don't blow this. Well, you guys are on to round 2. I'm going to Game 7 against Boston. Right. This series should not have gone 7. It is official as well. You'll be playing Portland in round number 2. As I go to Game 7. I have seen plenty of Game 7s in my time in Omaha. The Celtics are going to win this series. From 3-1 down, Boston battles back and eliminates Omaha in 7. Pyro called for the Honolulu reverse sweep. Nope. It was my team that choked. That was one of the worst losses in my team's history, if not the worst. Good Lord. Good Lord. Well, you're on to round 2. I'm going golfing. Not what I expected, but here we are. You got the Trailblazers next. And they're a good team. A very well-rounded team. They do lack a superstar. But it's another tough matchup. Certainly a difficult matchup compared to what happened in Phoenix. So we'll see who Philly ends up playing. It'll be Washington. So I was the only one of the top 4 seeds in the East to not move on. Jesus. I mean, for those that missed, I mean, chat, your team is just your team. It's just Humphries, Westbrook, and Wesley are insane. That's all it took. That's all it took. Frank, I wish you luck. Honolulu Omaha final would have been fitting. It would have been, but unfortunately, I fucking choked. Game 1 in Portland off the back of your first ever series win. But can you make an interesting run? If that defense is anything to go off of, the answer is no. Portland wins 145 to 118. 35 points for Westbrook, a double-double for Humphries, 25 points for Wesley, but it wasn't enough. They had 4 players with at least 20 points. Some rough defense for the Breeze. Is game 2. France is coming off the schedule next year. Emily's getting a permanent spot. Was that announced? That'd be disappointing. 105 to 88. Wesley, the only player with over 20 points. Humphries with a playoff low 11, despite 14 assists. And the Breeze have potentially run into a buzzsaw here in the form of Portland. Oh my God, you guys have really struggled busing, but you've battled back. 113 to 109. Portland takes a 3-0 series lead. Just 9 points for Westbrook. Double-doubles for Wesley and Humphries, but oof, that's a rough look. It's game 4. Very, very good start for you guys. If you don't force game 5, you should be ashamed of yourselves. 107 to 96, no sweep. 27 points for Wesley, double-doubles for Lekic and Humphries, and Westbrook for that matter. And you'll live to see another day. Comeback season. Game number 5, back in Portland. Can you fight? Save? No, you can't. Honolulu gets bounced in 5 games in the second round against Portland. A horrifically disappointing end to both of our seasons. That is the only way to put it. Your 3 young studs all balanced at least 20 points. Humphries averaged a double-double with 13 assists, for God's sakes, on top of the 21 points. I mean, Westbrook was insane. Wesley, Humphries, Lekic was good. It's just unfortunately, like, the offense was great. The team defense just couldn't really hold up. Herb averaged a double-double. He was incredible. Baxter kind of disappointed there. Damn, man. So it's Philadelphia, Boston, Portland, and San Antonio, man. Horrific results for both teams. As the Philadelphia 76ers, they were the best team in the regular season. They go all the way and win the NBA title, with Zion winning MVP. Bagel, we simmed another season. Again, I still kind of want to see how these teams develop. And also, I mean, I can't do nothing but FIFA yet because, again, I don't have a full copy of the game. So, Fox, so a double-double is essentially averaging over 10 points and, say, 10 assists, 10 rebounds. Steals and blocks, not so much. So if you hear the term double-double, someone picked up at least 10 points, 10 assists, or rebounds in a game. Triple-double would be 10 points, 10 assists, 10 rebounds, which is quite rare. So the 76ers win it. Behind Zion, Ben Simmons. Damn, man. Damn. All right, so to the offseason we go. We are somewhat in let's just go for it mode, right? We're pretty much in let's make progress as fast as possible mode here. So, Hall of Fame, Julius Randle in the Hall of Fame. We have a new rule. Teams are allowed to trade its first-round picks in consecutive years, which, yes, that's a thing in the NBA where you can't do that. Imagine that rule in NHL. Make pick hoarding very difficult. So we go to the lottery. Again, neither one of our sides have to deal with it. As you'll have the 27th pick and I'll have the 30th. And pretty much even with the draft chat, I think what I'm going to do is just, unless there's like an obvious choice, just going to make the best pick for both of our teams. Like I said, I might do some of this simming off stream. Although it's more fun to just do it live. But I want to see how like Herb Dixon and company develop and how the core of your team develops. So in terms of who you have available to you, you have another Vlad Lekic. Let's just see here based in terms of who your team has scouted. Again, anybody over a 50. Starter bench, all-star bench. Any crazy player comparisons? A lot of all-star bench. All-NBA starter Dmitry Posnov. Holy hell. Well, the Russian is definitely your pick unless something else happens. But Posnov, all-star or all-NBA to starter. And then there's John Hilliard, who has a Ginobili comparison, but he's more boom or bust. Same for Timmy Alexander, Johnny Schultz. You guys have a slam dunk pick here, pun completely intended. That is a no-brainer. Even if I was like, hey, chat, who do you vote for? Yeah, it's Dmitry Posnov, clearly. I mean, C+ potential, but you take that chance. Good inside shooter, decent three-pointer, good playmaking, good physicality. That is exactly who we'll take for you guys, because that is a no-brainer. So Dmitry Posnov is heading to Honolulu. Very, very good pick. I doubt I'm going to get somebody that good. I mean, let's be honest, if you were picking as well in Simmons... Oh yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not going to cheese it and just screw you guys over if I were to do this off stream. Like, I'd still try to see if either one of our two teams could win. And oh yeah, I would... Yeah, you guys were getting that guy no matter what. No matter how this was being handled. Again, not saying the player comparisons are the best option, but Timmy Alexander as a shooting guard. Jimmy Schultz as a point guard. Potentials aren't looking great. Alexander is the way to go. Schultz only has his playmaking as his physicality. I see a 10 badge guy. I'll pay closer attention. That would be insane. But yeah, so far, Timmy Alexander's the guy. Unless my scouts found somebody that your scouts didn't. I mean, that dude's an all-star to starter. Jesus, Conrad Sykes. Power forward. Indeed, that's somebody that your scouts didn't find. I don't know if there was a 10 badge guy, but... Yeah, there was. Leo Soto. Interesting. It's all related to his shooting. C potential, apparently. 18 with 10 badges. What the fuck? And then there's Sykes. God, do I go with Sykes or do I go with the other guy? Jesus. I almost have to take a guy with 10 badges, right? Like, he wasn't the plan, but... You see a guy with 10 badges at 18 years old, even if it's not true, I gotta go for him. So I think that other guy's gonna be good, but man, we gotta go for this. Hello, Sid! Hello! How are you, sir? Let's see what they say about this dude. Herb Dixon, indeed, Sin. Both my team lost in the first round. Honolulu made it to the second round for the first time and then blew it, unfortunately. So we're kind of playing this in fast forward now. All right, this is for the Breeze. Let's see who's available here for the Breeze. Picked up Sam Darnold in fantasy. I'm a happy camper. I'm in a good move considering, again, they're playing the Texans. Jorge Sosa. Okay, well, you guys are going to have very little info to go off of here. But John Hilliard is still there. And that is the clear pick for you guys. It's not even a debate. So you guys add 2 guards to this team. I mean, unless there was... I mean, there was a dude with 6 badges at point guard, but... I mean, at this point, do you trust the badges, or do you go for the guy that could be the next Manu Ginobili at 20 years old, you know? Plus, this guy's 22. His stats aren't great, but they're not horrible either. Let's go for John Hilliard for you guys, and we'll see. Second round pick's a good time to go boom or bust. Says he was projected to go higher, so I honestly think you guys have had one of your better drafts, and go figure, it's right at the time where it really wouldn't have mattered if it was like, oh yeah, hey, vote on this, guys, because I mean, you're set. So Andre Mills is all-star. Sin, how'd the stream go, though, buddy? Well, I either go for that guy that had badges for you but doesn't for me, or I go for some random dude. Although this dude has 6 badges as well. Yeah, actually, this was the guy, wasn't it? I mean, honestly, I'm going to go for this guy. I'd rather have the guy that you guys ended up with, but, Nelson West. Go for him. See what happens. Not a sure thing and has much to prove. Yeah, it doesn't instill me with confidence. 81 overall went first. So you guys ended up with Postnoff is a 75 at 19 years old. Soto's a 72 at 18. And then second round, Hilliard's a 65. West is a 73. So rough break for Hilliard being a 65. That is a below average overall. But if he has good potential, it could work out. I had a stash player that's going to be looking to join the team. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this all plays out. Only 2 rounds in the NBA. Indeed. Alright, the moratorium. It's going to be tough to keep these teams together, obviously. Both teams are going to be looking at having to make some tough moves. So Lakers are going after Vlad Lekic. LaMelo Ball to the Western Conference. Jalen Green in the Western Conference. Tatum stays with Boston, though. Giannis still stays with the Knicks, even though he's not what he used to be. Alright, fair enough. We'll just sim through the rest of this. Politas got a deal from the Rockets. Mitch Steele. Man, yeah, going after my players all of a sudden. I don't like it. Player progression. So Humphries up to an 87. Westbrook an 84. O'Neal an 84. Haynes is an 83. I mean, you had pretty good development across the board here. Harper went up by 3. Tyson Blake went up by 1. Herb might have regressed. I mean, there's no doubt you guys have a better, well-rounded team right now. It's not even close. I'm clearly missing some players that would have skipped town for a minute, but goddamn. Alright. I'm not sure whose roster is over, technically. 4, 7, 10, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so it is your roster that's over. Hilliard showing up as a C+. No offense, guys. I think the boomer bust went bust, and it's going to be better to cut him because Posnoff is an A-. Holy shit. Guys ended up with this dude 27 overall. When you already have Harper, Haynes, and Humphreys. Jesus. Yeah, so unfortunately John Hilliard, he's gonna have to get the eat. He's gonna have to get the eat. Alright, let's see how quickly I can get the team set up to sim another season. So, Posnoff is close to the legendary postman. It's true. Alright, so it's Humphreys, Haynes, Harper, and Posnoff. Westbrook, Campbell. You do have Lulu missing, but I gotta be honest, with the roster you have, there's no space for Lulu. Hate to say it, guys, but I think we have your first departure in the form of Lulu. He's a 74 at 26 years old. Took him with the first pick of the second round back in 2026. But yeah, I think it's safe to say that he gone. So we will say goodbye to our dearly departed Lulu, unless something changes. At forward, you guys still have Todor, Wesley, and Brewer. Power forward, it's Lekic, Kramer, Blake. And then at center, okay, yeah, there you go. I mean, that's the team. That's the team. You guys are set, man. The only question is who goes down to developmental. I think it's pretty obvious Dmitry Posnoff would benefit tremendously from being down in developmental. Yeah, Wesley is, well, no, Wesley's an A-. You also have Westbrook at an A-. Humphreys is an A. No A pluses. Yeah, in terms of who gets dropped here, I think it's obvious. Tyson Blake, 20 years old, not a starter, and Posnoff. And that way you keep Harper on the team. So it kind of sucks, but I mean, hey, they'll likely get very, very good development for the team. And honestly, in terms like, oh, who plays starter, who plays here, who plays there, I mean, I could double check potentials. Or like overalls, like how good is Claude Harper at shooting guard compared to point guard, but for the most part, it's all the same. So, I mean, you're going to have a very good team. I'm not going to worry about mentorships, though, at this stage. So, your team, then, if we were to have a 10-man roster, let's look at the big men first here. It's pretty obvious. O'Neal at center, Lekic at power forward, which means we'll get probably Lyles as a depth option. Keefe and Kramer, good to go as your backup power forward and center. Wesley, obviously, as your starting forward over Todor, but that sets up Todor to be a depth option. Footy and when people are ready, pretty much. Westbrook at guard, Humphreys, and that is the team that carried you guys last year. The only question, Brewer's obviously your depth forward. I think Harper needs to be on the bench and get playing time. So I hate to say it, guys, but a veteran in Tommy Campbell, who you thought might carry the team, he's got to be the one that sits. Because Charlie Haynes is still valuable. But I think you put Harper in over Campbell and put Campbell into a depth role. I mean, he's 30 years old at this point. You got to think about the future a little bit, right? So Harper, Haynes, Todor, Kramer, and Keefe. I mean, that's your second team right there. 6 to 10. And those guys could be a starting lineup. A decent starting lineup. But your actual starting lineup, O'Neal, Lekic, Wesley, Westbrook, and Humphries. I mean, to be honest, like, you could promise, like, Campbell and Lyles a little bit more time, but there's no real point to that. I mean, there you go. And it's still Humphries, Westbrook, Wesley, which is what led you guys to have success last year. And then system proficiency is something that I've been doing. I did switch you guys to the 7-second offense off of balance a couple years ago, and it finally paid off. Because you have such dynamite shooters. And then for the airmen, just to see what we're going to look like heading into next year. I think my chance at winning a title, it just went up in smoke. Like, you guys have the best opportunity at winning a championship. It's just the rare occasion where I want to see, since there's like an actual Hall of Fame and it gets a little bit more TLC than other games. I want to see like which one of our players, you know, makes the Hall of Fame, gets a jersey retirement and such. Baxter Theo Maladon is not mine. And West. So I'm missing Olich and Page. Where is Mladen Olich? On a different team. He went to the Pistons. We will make that trade. It's Baxter, Olich, and West. Still missing Jared Page. Barea, Belitis, Weaver, and Soto. Soto was a bust, man. Only a C. Wow, like my entire team got ripped to shreds here, apparently. My team got ripped to shreds. I need to find Jared Page just to see if he's worth keeping at point guard. Trade for him as well. Give up Tommy Nichols because he's not mine. You guys are in such a better spot. Honestly, I might have to say goodbye to Jared Page, or I just get rid of Nelson West because he doesn't look that good. Barea, Belitis, Weaver, Soto. Starting to run into trouble where the drafting didn't quite pan out. Panescu, we're missing Snow and Steel. Butler, Ramsey, Doyle. Oh man, this is tough. Gotta be honest, at guard, while West is the kind of younger player I could really use, I'm not going to keep him. I'm not going to keep him. So we'll use him to get Mitch Steele back. When did I draft West? It was last year, I think. One of the final picks of a round. Actually, no, it was just, we literally just took him. Never mind. Not a bad starting overall, but he was the guy with 6 badges, and it's not gonna cut it. Alright, Mitch Steele, let's get him back. And again, we're gonna move on from Nelson West. And then at shooting guard, I'm gonna move on from Kenny Weaver as well. Had some rough luck drafting, but yeah, Kenny Weaver will be on the way out. Doubt I'll even keep this guy, but actually Kenny Snow was a free agent. So Steele, Snow, Panescu, who really hasn't developed. Butler, Ramsey, Doyle. We're missing Darren Gooden, but he was already declining at the end of last year, so he's definitely gone. It's a shame. And I'm going to be trading Weaver for my quote-unquote star power forward in Dylan Bledsoe, who went to Indiana. Give up Weaver, get back Bledsoe. And just to see, I mean, we've seen Gooden quite a bit. He was around for a long time. He was a key part of a championship-winning team, but he's just not it anymore. So I think that is my team set. Pretty obvious. Andre Doyle down to the G League. We'll send Leo Soto down as well. And just to see what this team will look like now. As a full roster. Yeah, Keon Ramsey's a big boy. Butler's a big boy. Sita. I mean, Bledsoe and Dixon, that works. What the hell was Ramsey's potential? C+. Oh boy, I hate to say it, but I think Ramsey's got to be the depth behind Sita and Butler. Works for me. In terms of forwards, Penescu is obviously the second choice forward there. And for point guards, I mean, I guess Belitas will take a seat for Olich and Page. So all we got to do is a little bit of that. And these teams are going to be good to go. You guys have a better roster at this point. Like, it's not even a question. Like, the only thing that I have is I don't even have the like undeniable superstar as a leg up on you guys anymore. I mean, Herb's still an 88. Herb is still an 88, but you look at these two teams, especially from the roster page, like I have Herb, like Baxter, Bledsoe are okay. And then you look at the Breeze. Playing the long game apparently worked. Because you look at that core three up top, all at least an A- potential. You still have Brooke Wesley at an A- as well down here, so you guys are going to win a title sooner rather than later, I would imagine. Like, I actually can't imagine this continuing. My team really fits that balanced proficiency. You guys, I mean, yeah, I did still win the first title, and you can't take that away from me. But you guys are going to win a championship here sooner rather than later.